What's up? This is DJ Thielen, CEO of Fortune Foreclosures and founder of Flipping On Demand. And today on the Art of High Ticket Wholesaling, I have an awesome rock star assistant that I've known for many years on the show here. It's going to drop some great info, some great knowledge that's going to help any of you that are wholesaling. If you're in real estate in any capacity, this show is really going to deliver some nuggets that you might not even know of. So wanted to just let you know and welcome my awesome friend and one of my actual personal assistants, Rona Angeles. Welcome to the show, Rona.
Hi DJ. Hello everyone. Thank you for having me.
Of course. You're probably like, dang, it's about time, huh?
Duh, I think so.
You're like, duh, come on, get with the program, DJ. What have you been waiting for? Anyway, hey, welcome to the show. And today, obviously, this is episode number 12. I can't believe it. It's been, 3 months. And we're getting, and these episodes now are really starting to explode. I think last week's we had has almost 4,000 views
Wow.
in literally not even a week. So, we're going to deliver in these shows. Everybody that's watching this, these shows are literally not just about wholesaling, but really anything in real estate. In fact, we are going to be changing the name because the content that we deliver is really about real estate, life, success. Yeah. It's not just real estate or wholesaling. So we're going to be changing the name to get in the game. And essentially, that was one of my best sellers. So the name of the show, of the podcast, is going to be changing as of, I think, this next week, to get in the game, how to have success in real estate and life. So anyways, welcome to the show. And right now, I'm going to have Rona tell you how to make $1 million in one day. No, that would be, hey, people are like, oh my God, like, I'm listening. See, now I got people engaged, Rona. So,
I should say work with DJ.
Yeah, call DJ. So Rona, today we're going to share with people something that I learned about probably 6 years ago. And what we're going to talk and share with people about is how they can delegate and outsource the menial tasks, the stuff that bogs them down as business owners, the stuff that bogs all of us down as business owners, and how they can outsource and delegate work, tasks, duties, so that they can really focus on growing their business. And, as an entrepreneur myself for many, many years, over 25 years now, I had this, I went through this personally, and it was, I found myself when I was trying to grow my business and grow my companies, I found myself doing so much of the little things, doing sales agreements, doing marketing, doing, sales, running the business, doing the accounting. Like, I found myself doing stuff that I actually was really bad at. But it took so much time. And there are so many entrepreneurs and there are so many people in real estate right now, Rona, that they're going to be blown away on this show today on like the stuff that they can actually outsource. And so anyways, those of you that are watching this, I'm going to have Rona share with you here in a second. But I want you to know, like, as an entrepreneur, our Achilles heel, all of us as entrepreneurs, is always scaling and growing. Delegating, outsourcing, how can you grow your business? How can you scale your business? I don't care if you're a real estate agent, if you're a broker, if you're a wholesaler, if you're a home flipper. Our Achilles heel is always virtually the same thing, is trying to do too much ourselves and not realizing that these are duties that not only are going to keep you and your business where it's at, but you can outsource this work now at such an affordable rate and have top quality people. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So Rona, you are in the Philippines. You and I met, a few years back. You've been working for me ever since. or close to that. And so people that are watching this right now, first of all, a lot of people don't realize that they're caught in this, I got to hire someone here. I got to have someone in my office. I've got to have control. I've got to be able to talk to them. It's the old school way. It's not the evolved way of thinking. And so, now there's people that run businesses with what's called the virtual assistants. Now, explain to people when we say virtual assistant, what is a virtual assistant?
Yeah, so virtual assistant is actually a person that helps or provide, services to entrepreneurs, to busy professionals, business owners who are working remotely or outside of your office. So like nowadays technology is like really advanced, and given the fact that there is technology, and well, all we have to do is, outsource, delegate, and hire somebody that you can trust, hire somebody that you can work with. Just like, what you did like 2 years ago. You hired me, and yeah. So it's actually like hiring a virtual assistant is just like having your own personal assistant. It's just that the only difference is we're working outside of your office, or like we're working remotely. Like you're in the US, I'm in the Philippines, but I think, like I'm delivering everything that you needs and your company needs with regards to like quality of the task, making sure that everything is well taken care of. Everything is, like I have the answers to all your questions, to all your, like I have the solutions to all your tasks, things like that.
So a virtual wholesaler by definition, or a virtual wholesaler. Sorry, I was reading a thing. Hey, Bryce McKinley, thanks for posting that. I was reading your comment, which is really cool. Yes, I'll reach out, get in touch with you. But a virtual assistant is somebody that, for those of you that have never heard the terminology or anything like that, a virtual assistant is somebody that is virtual, right? So an assistant that is basically virtual. They could be in another state, they could be in another country. And so over the years, a lot of you might have heard or not have heard, but is hiring virtual assistants in areas like, India, the Philippines. We particularly went with, I started my first virtual assistant hire about 7 years ago in the Philippines, and literally was blown away, you guys and gals, at the affordability. But here's the thing, not just how affordable it is, way less than here. But here's the thing, I was blown away at the ability to, the Philippine culture, which to me really connected with me, Rona, and where it was very loving, very genuine, very hardworking, very appreciative, very grateful. And these are the things that, like, when you see, if you're paying someone, it doesn't matter what you're paying someone. If they have a bad attitude, they have a bad attitude. If they're entitled, they're entitled. It don't matter if you're paying them $4 an hour or $40 an hour. The thing that I was really blown away with hiring virtual assistants to scale and grow my business was not just the price, at what I was paying for, but the overall value of what I was getting, and the friendliness and the compassion and the gratefulness. And like, there's so many people here in the state, people go, well, why don't you hire more people? Listen, people in the United States, not everyone, right? I'm not speaking in general, but a lot of times people that you hire to do task work, they complain, they're bitching, they're whining, they've got drama in their home life. They've got, and it's like, gosh, how are you, like, you're making good money. How are you not grateful for the work that I'm giving you, for hiring you as somebody? And this is why, you guys, hiring virtual assistants has become so hot and so popular, even more so now than it was years ago. I mean, so when you can hire someone to do the tasks that you need to do, so that you can focus on growing the business and such, and the price is phenomenal, the attention to detail is incredible, The work gets done impeccably. It's like, it's really mind blowing. And so, Rona, share with people what the different kind of tasks as far as a virtual assistant can do for their business.
Yeah, people are actually, like surprised whenever they hear the word virtual assistant. Like they will ask me like, okay, so what is a virtual assistant? And then like for those people who doesn't have really a background or knowledge of what we do and what we can do, it's like really surprising for them. So, like helping them out with doing, like basic stuff like managing your emails, your calendar. We all know that.
Give a list, give a list of duties, because a lot of people watching this are like, okay, well, I could, I can send my email, but just give a list of like a quick example of all the things that someone that has a business, if they're a real estate agent, if they're a wholesaler, if they're a home flipper, what are some of the things that they can outsource and delegate to a virtual assistant, like say like yourself?
Yes. Okay. So just like what we offer, so we do have different services. So we have the general virtual assistant. So the general virtual assistant can, like handle email management, calendar management, booking your flight, booking your hotel, or even calling your doctors for your appointment. And what else? We can also do encoding, deep web research, data management. We also do, like sending out email blasting or newsletter, and even helping you with answering your phone. So that's very possible nowadays. And then as for the real estate virtual assistant, then what we do is, like CRM management, property listing, property flyers creations, business logo creations. So it's more of like a really wide variety of services, like phone service, incoming, outgoing. So, like calling these property sellers and set appointment between you and the property seller, or like screen them and see if they're really, like a really good leads. So lead generations, basic bookkeeping, what else? Basic graphics, even website creations. We also do that. So it's like, hiring somebody, but handling a wide variety of tasks. It's like all in one.
Yeah. So those of you that are watching this saying, well, like, first of all, let me tell you why you need a virtual assistant. If you don't have at least one, if not 4 or 5, let me share with you why. The Achilles heel, you guys, of all entrepreneurs, if you're wholesaling, if you're flipping, if you're in real estate, if you have any kind of business, we get caught, like I went through this, okay? So I understand. We get caught in this feeling of trust, right? Like I have to do it because anytime I've given this task away, or I've tried to hire someone to do this or that, they just didn't do it. And I had to take it back over, and I had to do it, and I didn't end up doing it anyway. And I want to tell you that it's okay to feel this way because it's very, very normal. I understand it. I went through it. But what I want to tell you is this. If you don't get out of that mentality, the reason that happened is you didn't have the right person. So if you don't have the right person, it doesn't matter. Like you're going to have to take it over and do it. But if you have the right person and you start realizing that in order for you to grow as an entrepreneur and in order for you to grow as a business, you have to delegate certain tasks and certain duties in order for you to grow. There's no option. There's no shortcut. There's no, like, you just do. And so I went through this in I think it was 2010. I was, grinding. I was doing way more than I should myself. And it actually led to actually taking on so much. And I was making great money, but who cares? It started affecting my health, started having panic attacks. And that was really, it was a blessing in disguise, because had that not happened, I would have probably continued down this road of feeling like I had to continue to do everything myself. So it started teaching me, I had to, because it was affecting me, my health and my body. And so I started looking at, how can I outsource? How can I delegate? How can I get things done? And really at the time, I wasn't even really caring about like what it costs. I was just looking for, how can I hire some people that I can trust? And I heard about being able to outsource and find virtual assistants in the Philippines. Ended up meeting Hannah, who you know, Rona, met you, started doing stuff for my company, and in the matter of a couple years now, you're actually my, my personal assistant. And so, so you handle like anything I give you, you're on top of, and that kind of thing. So those of you that are watching this saying, well, I can do the sales agreements myself, I can do this. Yes, of course you can. But if you don't get out of this mentality, that's a lack mentality. It's a lack thinking. So when you get caught into this, if you're in that mentality, listen, I want you to know it's totally fine. I've been there, I've done it. But you have to, in order to evolve, in order to grow, and in order for you to go to the next level, it's really not only good for your business, but good for your mindset to start realizing, okay, start small, right? Like I want to outsource or delegate someone to do my lead generation. I want to outsource sales. So what do you guys do, Rona, in regards to, let's talk about the big things that anyone in real estate need. Lead generation. You don't have to give the exact specifics of everything, but what are some of the things that you guys do to get people results from a lead generation standpoint?
Yeah, so we're actually for lead generation, like my team and I are actually using this application or software wherein, like we put in the property address in there, and it will bring out the information that we need, like the name of the owner, the phone numbers, email address, and then from there we're going to be contacting those property owners just to verify and check if they are really the property owner of that house. So once we verify that, we're going to be, like reaching out to them, set appointments. So it's like a, like step-by-step basic before we forward that one to the client. So in that way, it's not going to be a waste of time.
So you basically can not only lead generate, if someone needs to find, say, cash buyers, right? Say that someone's watching this, they're a wholesaler, they're saying, I need some help with getting more cash buyers. Obviously, that's one of you guys' wheelhouse. I know we've used you. I've had multiple people that have used you. So you guys are great at that. You can do marketing through social media, through other sources, and get them leads. So lead generation, you guys, is big. I know people that easily, consistently, like on the low side, spend $5,000 to $10,000 a month in doing mailers, postcards, right? So like just to get leads. So like when you can do that at whatever, a tenth of the cost of that, literally, and actually have a consistent flow of leads, it's huge. So having leads, if you don't have leads for your business, is big. So that's something that virtual assistants, Rona, not just you, but virtual assistants in general, say in the Philippines, which we're going to give you guys some access to where you can go to find virtual assistants yourself, vet them, screen them, all of that here in just a few minutes. But I want to go through the duties first of everything that a virtual assistant can do for your business. So lead generating, number one, calling them, talking to them, vetting them, screening them, basically like the gatekeeper, right?
Yes.
So
it's like, like doing also the phone service. So because what we wanted to do, like what my company wanted to do is for our clients to, like save your time. Like I can remember when my old client used to say, like do what makes you money, and then outsource, delegate, which is I think the smartest way to do. Like there's actually a saying wherein, like don't work harder, work smarter.
Yeah.
So why not bust your ass working entirely, like doing the day-to-day tasks, which really consume your most of your hours, wherein like you could at least use that hour spent with your family, go out with friends, enjoy your life, and outsource that for a very minimal fee. But the best thing is you can definitely get a good results. So yeah, I think that's like a smart way to do.
And you have helped, obviously not just me and my company. You've been a virtual assistant for many years. Obviously, you can do many things. You can, as far as calling people, setting appointments, vetting them, screening them, doing lead generation, basically anything from that standpoint. Marketing, social media marketing, building people's Facebook page, following their community. But you said something, Rona, that really is exactly kind of the point that I was getting, wanting to get to was like, focus on what makes you money.
Yeah.
And delegate and outsource the rest. There's another saying that that there's actually a book about this. There's 3 things that you want to do as a successful entrepreneur. And if you can do this, anytime you get something on your desk, right, like a note or something to do, you either do it, you delete it, or you delegate it. So like if you have something to do, it's like, okay, I'm going to do this right now. I got like last night, I had 4 really vital emails that I had to get out to certain people. So I said, okay, I'm going to do this real quick. I'm going to get it done. Or is this something that I can delegate? Which in this case, it wasn't. It was something that I personally had to do. So yes, there's going to be times that you have to do things. But like you said, do the things that make you money, and delegate and outsource the things that, yes, I mean, listen, getting leads will make you money. But if you're having to go out, listen, you guys, this is from speaking at hundreds of real estate events, wholesaling events, flipping events over the course of the last 13 years worldwide. Here are aside from doing everything themselves, this is why 99% of people that try to wholesale and flip properties and build a real estate business or a real estate agent, this is why people fail. Is we're all trying, we're all trying to go out and do everything ourselves. It's the number one ingredient to actually being stressed, to being frustrated, to not getting results, because you feel like, oh my God, I'm doing all this stuff, but I'm just not getting any traction. Well, stop freaking doing everything yourself. It's like, if the faster that you can grasp this and let go and realize that it's like, oh my gosh, like not only is it getting done now, but it's getting done consistently. It's getting done better. My clients are happy. I can trust this person to talk to my clients. I can trust this person to get me leads. And once you have this breakthrough, it is probably the number one breakthrough as an entrepreneur that all of you that are listening, once you have this breakthrough, it'll absolutely change your life. I guarantee you 100% it'll change your life. So we've got a couple, I want to let you keep going, Rona, but we've got a couple of things. So we've got Jonathan Pacifico, don't know who he is. Yoha. Yeah, Yoha is the best. What else do we got? You're the best. What do we got? I've got Bryce said, VAs can do anything a normal assistant can do: coding, web design, cold calls, email managing, screening, lead generation, and so much more. Great bit of knowledge. Devin said, Rona's the best virtual assistant. Thanks, DJ. Thanks, DJ. This is my son, for those of you that know. They're giving me so much value to people. Free as a young entrepreneur, every week watching this is so valuable. DJ always gives away the keys to success to help other people achieve financial freedom. Hey man, thanks son. Bryce said, $2 to $5 an hour, great. work ethics, be employees for life with bonuses. And you know, the cost of that it's all relative, right? Where the live notifications didn't coincide. So anyways, these are some things. Let me turn these off here. Where's this last one? The show. So you guys, now you're really starting to get an understanding of, yeah, Bryce says work on your business, not in your business, sooner than later. So lead generate, right? Cold calling, emailing, all of that. Great. From the, and here's the thing too, Rona, people think a lot of times when they first hear about this, right? It's kind of like hearing that you can buy a house for $40,000 or $50,000 back east. If you're in California, you hear this like, oh, it's too good to be true. So when people first hear about this, like, yeah, you're going to pay, you know, $5, $8, $10, you know, whatever, you know, it is, you're going to pay, but like, what kind of quality are you really getting? And I'm telling you guys, like, I'm not just saying this. I don't give a shit if you hire a virtual assistant or you don't. It does me no good. I'm just telling you, this is the way that you're going to scale and grow your business, is finding good virtual assistants that can deliver so much value. You might pay someone, say $10 an hour in the Philippines, but if you have that same skill set and that same person here in the States, you're paying 50 or $100 an hour, right? So it's all based on what are you paying for and what's the value at the end of the day, what's the value that this virtual assistant is giving you. Yes, it's much less. And Rona, the reason it's much less is so we can enlighten them real quick, is because the cost of living in the Philippines, like if you're in the Philippines, what is a really good, if someone's making say $10,000 a year or $15,000 a year in the Philippines, that's pretty decent money, isn't it?
Yes, it is indeed. Indeed, like the cost of living over here is like really way different of like the way of, you know, like cost of living over there in the US. Like you guys, for example, are paying, let's say, your apartment rent for like $1,600 or 1,600, yeah, a month.
Say that amount again.
Yeah, $1,600. Let's say, for example, you're paying off your apartment for that amount in a month.
Okay.
Yeah, $1,600. Like over here, it will, you know, like definitely a big help for, you know, like a regular family that can, you know, like earn $1,600 a month.
So if to put that into perspective, if someone in the Philippines, if you're earning, like if someone's making, let's just say $20,000 a year, right? In the Philippines, are they? That's living a pretty good life, right?
Yes, you can, you know, like get a decent house, travel, and probably get a car of your own.
Yeah. So you know, it's not. This is why people go to other countries to get medical care, right? Aside from like really having cures for cancer, which I believe in. Like, listen, guys, not off the subject, but if I ever come down with something, people are gonna be like, "Where's DJ?" Right? I'm gonna be in like India or the Philippines, like freaking getting cured. But that's a whole nother story. So, but the quality of, you know, so people don't get it twisted. The quality of the work, you guys, like I'm telling you, like not just Rona, but the quality of the work, the attention to detail, the availability, the appreciation, the attitude, the gratefulness is literally, it's hard to put into words. You know, it's really something that you have to do and experience yourself to really get it. Like trying to explain to someone to get an iPhone, you know. So, so lead generating, you know, awesome. Email management, tasks, things of that nature. So, Rona, let's share with the people on here, and I'll get to you and your team, and if people are interested, obviously, in contacting your team and everything, how they can contact you, but so they can get some if someone's watching this and they're saying, hey, where can I go to safely, right? Because I think that's the thing is anytime someone has never done something before, they're like, oh my God, how can I hire someone in the Philippines? That seems so freaking crazy. How can I do it in safeguard? And here's the thing, you guys, with technology now, just like you said, Rona, with technology, the ability for us to do this like live, I mean, with technology now, it's so, like, it's evolved. It's so freaking easy, and it only makes sense. Where is a place, give me one website, if someone's watching this, Rona, and we'll get to how they can contact you directly. If people watching this, where is somewhere that they can go where they can read reviews and they can really safely basically see the person's reviews, people that have hired them, so they can feel safe and comfortable that if they hire that person, they're going to be okay?
Yeah, you guys can actually check Upwork.com for, like there's a lot of freelancers or virtual assistant that you can go check for reviews and, like the tasks that they can do to you, their specialties and all that. So yeah, Upwork.com.
So Upwork.com, people can go in here and find folks that they can hire virtual assistants, say in the Philippines, out of the country, that they could pay a fraction of what they would here, get just as good of a job, or if not better done. And so Upwork.com. So on Upwork.com, what are some of the things that they can see as far as the people do, like what they do, how long they've been doing it, the different things? Share this,
they can actually, like check profiles, what their specialty is, what they can do to help, things like that. So there are, like freelancers. Upwork is actually a website wherein freelancers, where you can find freelancers from the Philippines. So I have an account in Upwork, but the thing is I never actually use Upwork because I personally market myself and my business. That's actually, like the difference between. So, but if you wanted to like try something, like just to have comparison or just to see reviews and all that, yeah, you can go check it. You can go check the site.
So that way, and listen, you guys, this is, if you're, to be able, it's kind of like, I don't know, like all these things now, like Yelp, right? A lot of people here in the States, hey, I want to go to a restaurant. I want to find a good place to get my tires changed. I want to find a reputable place to paint my car. I want to find a reputable place to take my dogs, right? Or a reputable doctor. You guys here that are watching this in the States, a lot of you probably use Yelp, right? If you don't know what Yelp is and you're saying, what's Yelp like?
Yeah.
Like get with the game, you guys, get with the technology. Mm-hmm. But so people utilize Yelp so that they can go on and see reviews of various people, what are people saying about them? And if they have, 100 reviews and they have a 4 or 5 star rating and they have a lot of positives, you feel, right? That like it's a community of people that don't know each other. That's the same thing that you can see on Upwork. So that way you can feel very safe, very confident that if you hire someone, that they have reviews from people that have used them, have hired them. You can go on, you can see what they've said and that kind of thing. Now, Rona, what are some, and I'm going to get to obviously how people can contact you and all of that here, but what are working with people in the States? It's not something I wanted to ask you, because the reason that I love, well, obviously working with you in general, but what is it about the Philippine culture that obviously, English is a second language, so it's very, a lot of people are fluent, which is great. You can make calls, but what is it about your culture that has, and I've never asked you this, but where you have so much just gratitude and happiness and appreciation for life, as opposed to, I guess, maybe the American culture as a whole, I want to say.
Yeah, so to start off, Philippines is actually colonized by the Americans before, and they really, like impact us with a lot of, or like a lot of good things, like how, like especially speaking good English and stuff like that. Wherein like we can also study and just enhance the skills. And the best thing about working with Americans is that sometimes they're grumpy. No, just kidding.
Yeah, the right Americans, right? Like
No,
me.
but no, actually, like working with you for like 2 years, I never see you yelled at me. I never see you get mad at me or upset at me. Maybe you did, but I actually never like get a chance to see it.
Well, listen, give it another 2 years, okay? But um, but but you know what, Rona, it's like I've just noticed like your culture. Obviously, I mean, you and I get along phenomenally. You
Yeah.
respect me. I appreciate you. We're like we work together really well. But and you guys with technology now, right? Utilizing text messaging, direct messaging, Slack. Tools like Slack, right, where you can communicate. Like you don't have to be in an office together, right? And this has become so popular of people saying, hey, how can I hire someone very affordably? Maybe my business is just getting going, or maybe my assistant, sucks, and maybe my salesperson sucks, maybe my lead generator sucks. And even if they're good, if they're a pain in the ass and they have a bad attitude, like here's the good news, you guys. You have, like, knowing this now, you have massive options, right? Like you don't have to take a bad employee. You don't have to take that attitude like I think people used to, right? Where they come in, they're like, well, they get the job done, they do a decent job, and you put up with their bullshit because you feel like you have to. Now, like, I want you guys to know, like, you have massive, with technology now, holy crap, man, you have massive options that you don't have to, like, not have, like, the ideal person. And I talk about, Rona, hiring them from the baseball cloth, as you guys know. So hiring a Babe Ruth, right? Like, if you don't have someone that's an absolute home run grand slam, you can be selective, you can be picky, and you can find people that you jive with, right? That you like, that have that you like being around, that you like working with. So, anyways, I want to get to here. What do you see, Rona, working with a lot of entrepreneurs? I got a question for you. What?
Sure.
And maybe it's something I've already said. It doesn't matter, but I want to ask you something off the cuff. What is the number one thing that you see business owners, entrepreneurs, real estate investors, wholesalers here in the States, that is the real weak point that keeps them stuck, that doesn't allow them to do more business than they actually could?
Yeah, good question. You know what? It's actually, like having an open communication. Because like the key to a successful working relationship, especially working with a virtual assistant, is you need to have patience. Because we're all human beings. I mean, if you yelled at us, or like you're getting mad at some point, then probably that would affect, like the work output or whatsoever. But if you treat that person well, definitely that person will treat your business as their own. And like open communication, trust, what else, giving specific directions or instructions is also a key. Because sometimes people would just say, okay, I need you to do this, do that. All right, so we're kind of lost, we're kind of clueless, but we're in fact, okay, I need you to send out this email to this person, blah 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 blah, things like that. So that's very specific. I mean, yes, the task is like sending emails or whatsoever, just stating a example and stuff. But I think the best key to like having a successful working relationship, especially with like entrepreneurs and business owners or real estate professionals, is just trust your instinct, trust your virtual assistant, be open, have an open communications, um, and like just start taking out those burdens. If you think that you can do everything on your own, well, think again. You might not. You might need a second pair of eyes to see what's going on, another pairs of hands to help you out, and another pair of head to think.
Yeah. And that, hey, those, and I said this earlier on the call, if you're just getting going as an entrepreneur, it's, you're really at an advantage hearing this message. I'm telling you, from building some successful companies and being around other successful entrepreneurs, business owners constantly, right? If I were to ask the room, right, what is all of our weakness? What was your number one weakness when you were building and trying to grow your business? And I tell you, I did it for probably 15 years of my life or more, trying to do too much, trying to do everything ourselves. And yes, you can have success that way. I'm not saying that this is the only way to success, but what is it worth to alleviate stress in your life for a small fee, right? What is it worth to alleviate worry? What is it worth to serve your clients better, to communicate with your clients on a higher level? What is it worth to grow your business? It's all what you invest. If you invest, say, $500 a month with a virtual assistant, but you go out and make an extra, say, menial, $2,000 or $5,000 or $10,000, was that investment worth it? And I see so many people, Rona, get caught up in, well, what's it going to cost? If you're an entrepreneur in business and all you think about is what stuff costs and you try to cut corners, you're going to it is the 180. That's going to make you unsuccessful. What makes a successful entrepreneur and business owner is you look at, hey, okay, if I invest this much, if I invest this, it could be 200, it could be 300, it could be 1,000. I don't care what it is. If I invest this in hiring a virtual assistant and they can take these tasks off my plate, and so now say that you're really good at sales, right? I'm talking about the people watching this, and you want to handle your sales, have someone else do your lead generating and all that. So if you make $5,000 on a wholesale deal or 10,000, say, if you're not making at least 20, we can show you how, so you need to reach out and contact us, or 15, say. But if you're handling the sales and you're trying to do everything else, you're costing yourself sales. So if you're making, say, $5,000 on every deal, but you're doing so much stuff and everything yourself that it's bogging you down. So your time is spent on all these other things. But if you can free that time up and use that time, right? Because in entrepreneurship, it's all about time management. So if you can use your time to sell 2 more deals, you invested $300, $400, $500 to make an extra 10 grand a month. Was that worth it, right? And that's really how you have to look at things. And that's exactly what hiring a virtual assistant can actually do for your business. Is until you've done it, you don't realize how valuable and how vital it is. But you said something great, Rona. Now I want to get to Brian, a buddy of mine just said something. Let me read what Brian said. The biggest problem is letting go. It's hard for most to realize that hiring the right person will actually get the job done better and quicker. Yeah. It also frees up your time to focus on what activities are most important to grow your business. Great point, Brian, man. Brian is a friend of mine, successful real estate agent back in Tacoma. Love you, bro. Give you some love on the show here. Thanks for, but it's so true, right? And so what I want to share, Rona, is the people on here that are saying, hey, how can I get in touch with Rona? Now, you have, obviously, you're mine. right? You're mine, baby. No one's stealing you. Like, don't even think about it, you guys. We have a kinship here. But those people on here, Rona, you and your husband have an office in the Philippines, and actually it's your business, and you run and manage a pretty good sized team of various virtual assistants. So you guys are on them, you're monitoring them, you're making sure that T's are crossed, I's are dotted. So people that are saying, hey, if I wanted to connect with you, Rona, and I need some stuff done, I need a good virtual assistant for my business, to do lead generation, to handle this, to handle that, email, to take my phone calls, screen people, find buyers, talk to sellers, whatever. What is the best way? We're going to give people a couple ways that they can reach out and connect with you. So first thing is, they see your name on the screen, Rona Angeles.
Angeles, yes.
They can direct message me. Direct message you in Facebook?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so they can direct message you in Facebook, and just send you a direct message and let you know what they're doing, what kind of challenges they're having, what they need help with, and then you can connect with them that way. If they want to check you out and kind of see who you were and all of that, obviously that's the quickest way, you guys and gals, that you can connect with Rona. But another way that they can connect with you is your website. Hold up your cup. Hold up your cup.
Your online help assistant.
Those here in the podcast can't see it, but so it's your
online help assistance.com.
I'm not the fastest.
Yoha.
Whoops. Your
online help.
Yeah, www.youronlinehelpassistance.com. Okay. So those of you that wanted to check Rona out, see their company. Now, share with the people a little bit about how you actually oversee and manage the team of people that work for you guys.
Well, I make it a point, that I assign a team leader for every team that we have here to, help me out with managing and overseeing what, the client concerns, if the tasks are being done correctly. And I make it a point that all these VAs are my clone as well. So I wanted them to work just like how I do my work, that since I'm exclusively, sad to say, I'm exclusively working for DJ and cannot be pirated. even if you ask me to or offer me a bigger, rate, I'm still gonna be working for DJ exclusively.
What I was gonna let them know too, Rona, is I know you, right? I work with you. I've seen you that you're and your husband's attention to detail with the virtual assistants. I mean, if you guys are looking, listen, you can go to Upwork, you can check things out yourself. Absolutely, you can communicate with Rona. We just wanted to give you today on the show some things that a virtual assistant can do, what a virtual assistant is, what they can help you with for your business, the menial cost that it can cost for your business. And the price points can range as low as $2, $3, $4, $5 an hour, and they can go as high as $15 an hour. But like I said, if you're paying the $15 an hour, that's a skill set of someone that you would pay, $100 or $100 an hour here in the States, right? So you're really, it's all about value. So when you're looking for a virtual assistant, make sure that you're just looking at the value that they're going to provide you. Don't just hire someone because, it's $2 an hour. You might yes, you can do that, you guys, and maybe you get lucky, but just what I'm saying is be careful. Read the reviews. If you want to get in touch with Rona, Her website is right here on the screen, so you can go there and contact them. But I know, Rona, that you personally have a really, really high standard, and that like you'll freaking drop the axe on people and let them go, right? If they mess up. And so or if it's becoming, if there's kind of an issue. So I know that's why I love obviously working with you. We have a relationship, but I love working with you because your standard is like you really genuinely care. And I think that's a big thing too. If you guys are getting a virtual assistant, don't just get someone based on how cheap they are, but get someone based on the value they bring to you and how much they pay for. You get what you pay for, but how much they care, right? Like you really care about our clients, and that's huge, right? You can't put a price on that. And your people that work for you guys really, really care about the clients. They're not just doing a job or a task to just make a paycheck. They really care and genuinely care about the clients and really want to do a good job. And if they don't, I know that you're gonna fire their ass, so I don't gotta worry about it. I don't gotta deal with it, right? But also, like, listen, training them, right? People a lot of times, like, you have such a vast background. You've worked with high-level CEOs. You've worked with
business owners, and what else? Mostly, like business owners, real estate professionals. Like it's really, funny. Like whenever you see a successful person or successful business owner or entrepreneurs, when you ask them, what's your secret? Or behind that successful business owners or real estate professionals, you ask them and they will tell you, well, I have a virtual assistant.
Yeah.
And they're not afraid, like they're not afraid to like open up and let go and delegate and outsource. That's actually, like just the key to be successful.
And a lot of times, it is, Rona, you're exactly right. And a lot of times it's funny, I'll ask you, I'll say, hey, Rona, on Constant Contact, do you know how to send out the group email? You're like, it's like you want to laugh at me, right? And you want to go, duh, come on. But so it's a lot of times the things that you need done, it's so easy. Like, how to do that stuff better than me, right? And so just to delegate and say, hey, Rona, we need this done. Hey, we need this site created for an Academy member. Hey, I need you to, whatever, it doesn't matter. And the cool thing is, I think, people that are, if you're out there, you guys, and you're watching this or you're listening to this podcast, I want to encourage you to definitely, even if it's not a good fit, right? You can have a free consultation with Rona, who's my personal assistant, and she can actually guide you, and maybe her and her team can help you. If it's not a good fit or she can't, she will at least be able to guide you to, she knows a lot of other personal assistants in the virtual assistants in the Philippines that she can actually guide you and say, hey, I know a lady named, Hannah or whatever, and this isn't my wheelhouse, not what I do, but listen, get in touch with her. You can direct message her on Facebook. Here's how you can reach her. So she's very well connected in the Filipino virtual assistant community, I guess, is what I'd say. So even if she can't help you, she can at least be a security source for you and maybe guide you to somebody that can help. So you guys go to your online helpassistance.com. Right now, you can direct message Rona in the Facebook. Also, please, you guys, share. I want to encourage you to share this video, because there's so many people out there that need to hear this. There's so many people that are stuck and frustrated, and you just don't know, if you share this. Plus, we're going to give a gift away. So the winner of last week's autographed Get in the Game book by myself is, I have it here. The winner last week is Jerry Telbon. Jerry, you got the autograph book. So we'll be sending that. We'll be shooting you a direct message in Facebook. But what are you laughing at me?
No, I thought I was the winner.
Hey, have I ever sent you any books?
No.
Well, I'll do it. So Jerry and Rona, but listen, those of you that share, right, we're going to announce a winner every week to get a gift, an autographed book, a prize every week. So, and listen, you guys, you never know by sharing this that somebody that really needed to hear this, and it could really be the difference in changing their business, lowering their stress, and really changing their life and changing their business for the better. We appreciate all of you that watch this on a weekly basis. I cannot believe the love and the just everything that's going on with this. Is getting crazy. And any of you that have a question for me personally, my schedule gets kind of crazy. Rona can help screen them. But if you'd have a question for me personally, or you even want to possibly talk to me personally, send me a direct message. You can post in the comments here in this show, or if you're watching this on Facebook, or if you're listening to the podcast, shoot me a direct message on Facebook under DJ Thielen, and just go on, shoot me a direct message. Rona mans and handles that for me. So if it's something that you want to connect, you want to talk, you want to jump on a call, I'm happy to, but it's got to be on, on the right time. She might have to lock you in and put you on my calendar. But with that said, everybody, thank you so much. Rona, anything that you want, and thank you so much for being on the show. And let me end on this, you guys. Here is the level of commitment that, I'm proud, Rona, to obviously have you as my personal assistant, but this is the level of commitment, you guys, that people like Rona and her, not just her and her team. What time is it there?
4:43 in the morning.
Yeah. So
still alive and
4:43 in the morning, right? You're looking great as always, and you're you know what? And the cool thing is that I don't really think people might think, well, is the time difference going to be an issue? Is this going to be an issue? Is the language going to be an issue? You guys, I'm telling you, find the right person. None of this is an issue. I mean, literally, Rona, I know you love working, but I don't know when you sleep. Anytime I message you and I'm like, hey, can you call me? Before I'm done typing and hitting send, it's like my freaking phone's ringing, right? And I'm like, holy shit, it's like, I forgot. It's like, it's funny. I don't even think about what time it is there anymore.
Funny. Let me just share this one. It's funny. You messaged me, I think 12 in the morning, where I'm working that time. I start working 8 p.m. my time, which is probably 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So probably 5 a.m. your time.
You work, and it's very common or normal. You work the hours of, even though it's different for you, you work the hours that basically that we do. So we're in sync.
But I also make it a point that I'll be available whenever you message me. So it's funny, one time, I think that was 4 a.m. ish, you messaged me, hey, Rona, are you available for a chat? I said, okay. So I tried to call you, and then you said, okay, I'll call you back. So I waited, I think, until 7 a.m. ish my time. And then you said, okay, let's just book for tomorrow.
Well,
but I was awake, checking my phone. Okay, I'll call DJ later. Okay, he'll call.
Well, I'm glad you let me know. Now I know that I gotta be. But so listen, you guys, make sure that you share this if you know somebody that can really use this. Thanks, Bryce. I saw that you shared it. By the way, I'll be reaching out and chatting with you. But any of you that have somebody that can get value out of this, please share it with them. Rona, this was awesome. I mean, today we were able to enlighten people and let them know that they can how they can grow their business, how they can delegate things, and how simple and easy it is now using technology, just like we are, right? And so anyways, love you. Thanks for being on, and I'll be talking to you soon. You got it.
Alrighty. Thank you, DJ.
Okay, see you later.